Yeah,
I
Sunday was
like,
rough. I had two buyers that were ready to sign contracts in the morning, and by the end of the day, they ghosted me.
I was wondering what's going on. You and I talked midday, and you're like, "I'm gonna have another offer for you soon," but then I got nothing.
Yeah, one of them was like, "Well, I think my wife doesn't want to work in live in Hereford anymore." But they're like, they're not serious. They want the new house. They want 2,500 square feet on a $400,000 budget.
You can do that. You just have to be in Ajo, Arizona,
Yeah,
or Rio Rico. You can get that.
exactly.
that was
All
a
right.
lazy weekend for me. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Reset. This is my reset.
Reset weekend. Not a bad thing. Nothing wrong with that. All right. We start every Monday off the same way. We got Marianne's new to the call, so she's going to think that we're crazy for just talking random shenanigans. But this is a typical Monday, mindset reset Monday. But we start every day off the same way. And what is that, my friends?
You hear your wins,
To
celebrations, or
celebrate
something you're
this
just dang proud of.
being proud of.
Right. Let me hear your wins, your celebrations, something you're just dang proud of. Being that the week
Cynthia,
was 2 days long, you should have 2 days full of wins to share.
Cynthia and I celebrated our 24th wedding anniversary yesterday.
Way to go, Dolan.
We're
Heck
still
yeah.
going.
Could you imagine how tolerant his body is to poison by this point?
It just didn't work.
It didn't
Not
work.
funny. It hurt though.
Well, congratulations, you two. One day I'll be there. In 20 more years from now. So, other wins celebrations. It was great seeing some of you guys at the award ceremony. Oh, speaking of awards, I forgot mine at home. All right.
Y'all looked amazing, by the way.
You guys dressed up so sharp. And congrats to Carolina, Rookie of the Year for Independent
Yeah.
Agents. Fantastic job.
Thank you.
That
I
means
feel like they should let the prior Rookie of the Year be the one to hand it off. It's
they,
just
they have in the past. I don't know what's going on.
that's why
That
I
would
got
have
him
been
gave her
cool.
a hug.
It's
Pass
okay.
the torch.
It's okay. You can hand it off here, Christina.
I already gave her a hug. That's okay. I got my fix.
There you go. I didn't even get that much at the event. I was pulled in so many different directions.
Yeah.
You would have thought people never talked to me. They're like, "Oh my God, it's so good to see you." I'm like, I talk to you 3 times a week. But it was a lovely time. All right, back to our wins. There's some quiet people on the call. What do you got?
I got a super big win. Like super big.
Let's hear it.
I got an offer on my Sarita listing.
Woohoo! Are they going to accept
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, because we pre-negotiated yesterday. Went like 3 rounds back and forth with the agent. So they made their offer. We ended up at a like 1.5% less in concessions than they originally asked for, and 0.5 less in the buyer broker.
Okay. Well done.
So, yeah.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Thanks. That's yeah. If anyone's got any Sarita listings, they know about that pain.
All right. Wins going once.
I'm under contract for my first listing.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Nice.
Got a few listings out there. It was the first time being on this side of the deal. We went under contract, and I talked to we're doing a contingent offer for the next house, and the listing agent said it looks pretty good. So hopefully we'll have both of those going here soon.
Hope is a terrible strategy, my friend.
I mean, we'll have both of those going here soon.
Answer your phone call. Here's other phone ringing.
That wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay, someone else has a phone call. Answer your calls. Well, I negotiated a Binzer last night, a buyer inspection request, and took me all of 6.5 minutes. Where's California? Oh, we got Fabi. Okay, about to say there's no California is not here today.
Wait, is Jim not on?
Gas prices.
Gas prices don't keep you from getting online, Fabi.
I'm here. I'm making breakfast. I can get to the office on time.
Yeah, no gym. No gym. All right. Anyways. So I called the seller. He's in a really damn good mood because the Wildcats were winning, and he just accepted it right then and there. He's like, no pushback, no fight, or nothing.
That's awesome.
I thought that was fantastic. You know, it was a $900 roof fix. There's a couple broken tiles, but one of the things I'll tell you guys is go back to every vendor you get an invoice on and see if they'll give you a better price. And it's as simple as email the vendor, because usually most estimates have their email and an estimate number, and say, subject estimate blank, body the email. Hey, my seller got this as a repair request and he's thinking about going with your company. What can you do for us on the price? Leave it. Don't ask, don't nothing else. We went from $918 to $780.
Nice.
I'm not good at math, but that's about $140 per email.
You are good at math.
I'm okay with that. So simple things. All right. Any other wins, celebrations, anything you guys want to talk about? Because I got something I want to talk about.
I have 2 listing appointments this week.
Yay.
And I have a buyer's consult from a referral. And then had one last week from a referral too. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Pretty stoked.
Check this out, Fabi. I've got, I know this is like something you guys do all the time, but I just had my first seller agree to a pre-listing inspection.
Oh,
Yeah. Like an official, like through an inspection company, like and guess what the difference maker was? You're not going to believe it. I just made it part of my listing presentation.
okay.
Dan's like, go figure.
Did you look up the property before and think like this property looks like it needs a pre-listing inspection, or what was like your deciding factor?
No, that's what's funny is like it's not even it's not that old, but it's another house in a neighborhood that's a master plan community. For those of you that know, it's in Gladden Farms. So it's like we're gonna have our work cut out for us because it's a master plan community. We're dealing with other resales, other new construction homes. So we went in very realistic, pricing it below anything they wanted to be at, but it aligns with what's actually moving for resale, and doing the pre-listing inspection so we can have that available. Just literally getting everything out of the way up front so that we can just bring any and all barriers down and be ready for a buyer.
Hey, Christina, excuse my ignorance, but what's a master plan community?
Oh, like, well, maybe Dan, what's technically the definition of it? I'll give you the examples of it. Gladden Farms, Rancho Sarita.
Master plan communities here's simple. Multiple builders, one HOA.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I think subdivision.
Usually when neighborhoods have separate, you're driving down the road and there's like Kings West, Kings East, Kings North, and it's all part of Kings Super.
Got you. Yeah, we don't have that in Sierra Vista.
So you guys have still master plan communities that still considered that as an HOA. So you have that community that's, what's it called? It's like the one HOA you have in Sierra Vista.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
The nicer houses. So
Winter Haven.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a master plan community. It's anything that's not just they started putting it together, but then they formed a community. It's when they have subdivisions, plats, everything's built out.
Gotcha.
Wait, is Max, are you in Sierra Vista?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I am.
This makes so much more sense now, because he was talking the other day and you said Winter Haven is an age-restricted community.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we have a Winter Haven. I was so confused. I was like, I am pretty sure it's not, but I didn't want to be like, you're wrong. Okay, because our Winter Haven is not age-restricted. That just made my ADHD brain so happy, because I've been bringing that forward for 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Ruminating. Just ruminating.
I'm glad I can accommodate my residents for you.
Man, okay, that makes so much more sense.
And guys, this is our rookie of the year last year. Sold a heck of a lot of
Come on now.
Damn.
Come on now.
No, I'm proud of her. I'm proud of Carolina too, because fantastic.
Good. No, yeah, she's doing good.
Carolina's gonna be the badass. But let's
Yeah,
talk about
she is a
badassery.
badass.
Let's talk about badassery. Let's what is the difference between auditioning for the role and getting the role?
Showing up.
Getting
Okay.
paid.
There's a big part of it. Showing up. Max is also getting paid.
I was like, yeah, paycheck.
Yeah.
Doing the best performance.
Practicing.
Is it always the best performance?
No.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Now, I was watching that show, Owning Manhattan. You guys ever watched it? The dude with the Serhant, the gray hair, blue suits.
Yeah.
Flamboyant, right? Jess looked over at me. She goes, "You guys negotiate a lot the same, but you're not nearly as flamboyant as he is." I'm like, "You're correct. I'm not." However, I do appreciate there's some business ethics in that, or business technologies in that show you can pick up from. And one of them, the VIP gangster of new development goes and he talks to a developer about selling a building. He is, on paper, the number one best choice. Insert agent number 2. It's his first new development building. It's his first opportunity in that space. On paper, the worst choice of the two. Even in the show, he makes a statement of, "I'm not going to get this building over blank because they're the number one choice. I'm going to ruin it for you." He gets it. And he gets it not because he was the best option, not because he was the most charismatic. It's because the person he auditioned with liked his energy better. So even when you are a lamb walking into an audition of lions, you can still win. And new agents out there, I don't know what it is. They just have this preconceived notion of, I haven't been doing this long enough to win this. I haven't been doing sales long enough to be good at this. I haven't been in sales and real estate or whatever it is long enough to be the number one choice. Well, you've heard me say it, and I'm going to say it again. Each one of you is uniquely qualified in your life, through your life experiences, to be a benefit to whomever you're talking to. Too many people in this business are still auditioning, right? They're just going through the motions. Like, oh, I showed up for the audition. Well, what does it look like if you walk in owning? That confidence, right? We go in with the confidence of, I have this. I am the one you want to use. Not, I hope I'm better than the other ones. No. At some point, you got to stop auditioning and stop going in for someone else to tell you you're good enough or not. And you need to go in with the expectation that you are, in fact, good enough. You are, in fact, healthy, wise, strong, skilled. Don't wait for someone across the table to be like, you know what? I don't know if you're good enough or not. Because a lot of people will hold that validation, and that's their entire definition of success, is what other people think of them. Take a page out of my crazy book. Do you think I care what people think of me?
Nada.
Yeah, no. Marianne met me just a week ago, and I think she's already figured that out. I'm wearing a baby blue shirt, guys, and dark blue pants. Who cares?
I was gonna say, is it with the pink pants though? Because then that's a real statement.
I was gonna wear the pink pants with a purple shirt tomorrow. So, because when you audition and you're going in with that mindset of, I'm just seeing if I get the part, it sounds like I'm still learning. It sounds like I need more time. It sounds like I'm not quite ready for the role. But when you go in knowing I'm going to get the business, do you present yourself in a different light? Absolutely.
100%.
Every one of you, brand new agent, brand new in sales, or 50 years experience, does not matter. It's how you present yourself matters. I go in with confidence. I go in with what I'm doing. Another part of the show we were watching, someone was helping with an open house. And the agent was not the agent of record on the open house. And brokers kept coming in and asking questions of, what's the square footage, or how much are the taxes, or what's this, what's that? She goes, I don't know. I'm just helping out. I don't know. I'm just helping out. I don't know. I'm just helping out. And that frustrated me. How hard is it to look professional? Take a minute to get prepared to answer the questions people are going to ask you. If at every open house someone asks you the square footage of the home, what should you probably know?
I saw that episode too, Dan, and I was like, wow. So
leave it to me to take a Netflix show and make a coachable moment about it.
I actually really like Selling Starhand over all the other ones.
Yeah, I do too. I appreciate his vulnerability and honesty in a lot of this, but there's some things in that show that are a little hyper exaggerated. And
Yeah.
there's also some lessons here, right, guys? You don't have to be a billionaire to be successful in this business. You don't have to be an opera singer to be good on stage. You just need to be confident in yourself and your abilities, right? You need to own what you're doing. And by being prepared, do you not feel a little bit better going into something? Right? Do some research, figure out who you're talking to, know the audience. Because when you work the crowd, the people that are making the decisions no longer have the power because everyone else is saying, no, you need to use them. You need to use them. They're fantastic. Because when you show up with an owning mentality, when you show up with that success vibe, when you show up like, I got this, you speak with certainty, don't you? There's not as, oh, well, I mean, maybe. No, we have some certainty. We create certainty. And in sales, it's the conveyance of energy that eludes people into making decisions. When you can convey certainty, you've eliminated one of the major hurdles buyers and sellers have. And do you know what that is? Making a bad decision. Consumers of all type, they love to buy, they love to sell, they love to transact. They hate to make mistakes. That's why we have review sites, third-party validations, because if people like me said that this company was good, then I can already feel good about my decision. But when we walk in with that certainty, we speak clearly, we speak like we're prepared, we know how to transact, and we can help set expectations. The people we're talking to start to realize that we're here to help and guide them, not to take advantage of. And they feel more confident in that decision because now they feel like it's the right decision. Having that mindset of, I got this, isn't arrogance. It's confidence. It's ownership. I don't know if this ship is going to burn down or not, but if it does, we're going to find a way off it. I don't know what's going to happen in every transaction I'm in, but I do know my ability to solve problems supersedes most people's. I got this. Don't worry. I'm here to help. Even when we have broker level issues, right? Do I come at them in a very calm way? Yeah. Because it doesn't matter the dragon that we're going to slay it. Because that's what we came to do. We're not going to go, well, let's see what happens. No, we strap on our iron, we sharpen our swords, we go hunting. Because we came to do a job, we're going to do it. That's the difference between setting into an audition going, well, let me have someone else tell me, you know what? I didn't do my job. I didn't prepare. You go ahead and decide if I'm good enough. I'll let you decide if I'm good enough. No, I'm going to put my chips out there. I'm going to ask you, do you want to be a part of this or not? Do you want to do this life adventure together or not? And if not, maybe they're not the right person for me. Or maybe I can take that back and go, okay, ownership time. Where did I fail in the conversation? How can I have done better? That is what we call ownership. Because no one is coming to validate you, guys. This isn't a parking ticket you get at the hospital. You don't get to go to the front desk and stamp it like, yep, you went on a listing appointment. Good job. You don't have to do anything for business for the next 90 days. Right? This is not like a casting call where they're just going to pick from the prettiest stack of pictures. And if that were the case, you guys are all screwed anyways, because I got this. Red beard, bald head. Yeah, I fit every role perfectly. I could probably play Maui if I needed to. And the biggest thing is most agents don't do anything because they're not ready, right? I'm not ready. How do you get ready? You do it.
Practice.
Prepare.
Yeah, you prepare, you practice, you do it.
Practice.
Right? I get an email all the time on day 18 of every one of you in coaching. Day 18. What is that? That's the day you send me a practice offer. Well, have you? Well, from my point of view, that's 18 days you should have been reviewing the contract. 18 days you should have been writing in the contract. 18 days you should be writing in, filling out, and figuring out the systems work, right? I'm not going to wait till day 18 to do shit. I'm doing it day one. Because I know if there's something I want to do in this business, it's going to require me to do it. That's ownership. I'm not waiting for someone to tell me, hey, we're looking for someone to fill this role. No, I'm going to create the role. That's what door knocking is. Go create business. Don't wait for someone to phone up Zillow and say, hey, I need a realtor. You go knock on the door and say, hey, I got this house down the street we're doing an open house at. Do you want to come look at it and buy it? Start those conversations. Create those conversations. Own your activities. Because you can't afford for someone else to own you. You want to work for yourself, you can make a lot of money. You want to work for someone else, you can make them a lot of money. Hear me when I tell you this, guys. You're all uniquely capable. Every one of you. Even Max. Hustling, grinding, right?
It'll pay off.
It always pays off. I'm going to give Max this award right now. Max gets the most creative question award, right? He's the one coming up with situations and solutions. He's like, well, how would I do this? Or how can I do that? I'm taking this and do that. Fuck yeah, dude, let's go. It's not about can I do it? It's did someone tell me I can't? In this book, the beautiful book, the red book of real estate that we all lean into, the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. It even says in there that millionaire real estate agents don't ask questions like, why can I? They ask questions like, why did someone say I can't?
Yep.
There's 1,000,001 people out there following the rules. But maybe the rules are just guidelines. Keeps you on the racetrack. Everything else is up to you. Don't wait for confidence before you're doing something. Because confidence doesn't come before action. It never has. You guys have heard me say this. If you're scared, do it scared.
You're scared, go to church.
Do it scared. If you're scared, do it scared. I can remember the first listing appointment I went on. I can remember the first buyer appointment I went on. I can remember the first commercial deal I went on. I can remember all of my firsts, and I can look back and I can see different versions of me that showed up in those presentations. I can remember the first time I sat down and had a coaching conversation. Man, talk about imposter syndrome. Now I look back years later and thousands of conversations differently. I'm owning it. I showed up in a different place. Same script, same tools, different Dan. No person steps into the same river twice. Why is that? Because one, the person is always changing, and two, the water's always flowing. Don't expect two of the same results. So you're going to have to prepare. Know what you're getting yourself into. Research the person you're talking to. Understand a little bit more about the business. My wife said this best last night. She goes, if you don't know more than the people you're talking to, then why do they need you? And I said, babe, sometimes it's just for direction, validation, because most of my clients know more about the house than I do. And then she said, oh, I didn't think about that. I was like, yeah, but what they don't know is other people, the process, things to look out for. My job is to make a transaction super easy. And in that, I have to own the process. I have to expect things to be happening, be prepared to handle them. From the moment we start the conversation to the moment we close the deal and have referrals in the long term, I own the process. I follow up with people like I'm getting the deal, not like I'm bugging them for a decision. I communicate in a way that alludes that we're already in business together. When you use us to sell your house, when we buy a house together, I speak in language that matches the outcome I want. I stopped auditioning a long time ago. I go in deciding if the role is mine or not. Do I want this deal or not? Because it's not up to the seller or the buyer, it's up to me. And there are clients I've turned away. So stop acting like you're trying to earn the spot. You're already here. Own the conversation, own the follow-up, own the damn business. I challenged you all last week to track your time. Is that part of owning your business? Being accountable for your time. Because the moment you stop tracking your time and being accountable to it, someone else is. I want you all to be taken very seriously in this business. Because real estate, I think, sometimes has become softened. One of the quotes on the show I appreciated is it's like, sometimes people make it look too easy. And that's why we get the negative feedback that we get paid too much to do too little. Well, my counter to that is when you're good at what you're doing, don't you make it look easy? My son will struggle to pick up a bag of potatoes. I don't. Does that make the bag of potatoes easy to lift? No, it just means I'm stronger than he is. Some people will just make life look easy. Well, I want you all to make life look easy, but then tell people about the stories and the dragons and the things you've done to protect them so that they know that you're being valuable. So ask yourself this question today is, where am I showing up? Where am I not showing up? What would happen if you owned the day, owned the outcome? You're responsible for everything today. You're responsible for the people that cut you off in traffic. You're responsible for the actions you have. You're responsible for the conversations that you have or don't have. What would it look like if you take extreme ownership of your life and stop auditioning for it? Right? What would that look like? What does tomorrow look like if today you own every decision? I guarantee tomorrow's going to look a lot better than if you didn't. Was today worth your time?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good. A few of you really can use this lesson, guys. Quit auditioning. It's your part already. Go decide if you want it or not. When you walk in with that type of gravity, people are pulled into you. I will see you tomorrow morning.